Hello guys, it's been a long time. Okay, so today I basically want to analyze this design. When I saw it on one of my friends' posts, I really love the design. It's very simple and eye-catching. So I told him I was going to make an analysis about it, and I was going to post on my YouTube, and he gave me a go-ahead to do that. And today I'm basically going to analyze this design and make it as simple as possible. As usual, disclaimer, I wasn't the one who designed it, but based off my experience so far, I'm going to analyze this design and just let you know how possibly it was designed. I'm not saying that's how it was designed exactly, but possibly how it was, because left to me, seeing the design, I was able to just kind of have a grasp of how it was designed. So let's dive into it. Now, first off, this is more like a poster design, so you can make use of A4 or A5 on the portrait mode, right? So after that, so the next thing they did was just to get a background, which is this. I think I have this kind of background too, which is this. So if you go to Pinterest, you'll be able to get this kind of background. So you get this background, and it could be a mixture of various backgrounds. And also looking at this, looking at this, for newbies, you might not really get it right, but for me, when I saw it, I knew something was happening here. So this is a hand of someone worshiping. That's it here, but it was a bit blurred, so that's why it's not that visible. So it was somehow blurred, so probably maybe it was blurred alongside with it to just make it look sharp. So all of this is just a single background, right? Now then, a normal text here. Obviously, after the text, there's this triangle shape which you can actually get by using rectangle. Then you just make a single click, and there is not a rectangle, a polygon rather. Then you can see the sides here, 3. Then you can just make a single click and click OK. So which is it here. Then you can reduce it. So once you reduce it, then you rotate it and get it like this. You just reduce the size and get it like this. So that's how that was done. Then for this is a normal text. This is a normal text that was a bit manipulated. Probably, I don't know if they designed this particular flyer or this particular poster on Photoshop or CorelDRAW, but if it was to be done on CorelDRAW, it would have been easy a bit. And even though it's on Photoshop, it's still not bad. It's something you can actually do. So you can just use your pen tool to create this. Very easy. So you can use your pen tool to create this, and that's all about that. That was what they did here. You can use a pen tool and create it to make it a bit long. That's all. So, and for this is a circle. This is a circle that was traced out of this particular shape. You can also convert this to smart object, or maybe you can rasterize it. Then you can use your polygonal lasso tool. Then you just click and click, then you just make this particular shape and cut off the other part. Then you have this. After that, also another thing I noticed here also is that this particular number here. I think it's the maybe 7th edition or something, I don't know, but this particular 7 here, if you look at it closely, you will discover that it was kind of removed from this shape. So how to do that is simply type in your number 7, then you can click on, possibly if you're using Illustrator, it would have been easy. You just highlight it, then you minus. I'm not sure if Photoshop can do that. I have not tried it before, but you can just highlight the two of them, then click on minus. Then by the time you click on minus, you discover that the shape will only form, so that if you drag this shape somewhere, it will be transparent. The 7 will be transparent. But if you, I don't know if Photoshop can do that. I've not tried that. But what I do is I'll just click on my so what I do is okay, sorry, okay, so what I just do is I'll click on control and I will come to the thumbnail, which is this. Now for instance, let's say this layer is for the number 7. So what I will do is I will come to that layer which I have 7, then I'll click on the thumbnail. This is the thumbnail. If you hover your mouse on it, you will see layer thumbnail. So I'll click on the thumbnail. I will hold control, I'll press and hold control, then I'll click on the thumbnail. After that, it will make a selection around the number or maybe the shape or whatsoever it is that is on that particular layer. The reason why it's not showing anything is because it's an empty layer, nothing is on it. That's why it's saying no pixel are selected, because there's nothing on it. Let's say I have number 7 now, for instance. Okay, so let's say I have 7. Why is the transparent? Okay, now let's say I have 7 on this particular layer. So what I will do is I will click on the thumbnail, which is this. So when you see this net, or I don't know, this chain around it, it shows that you can make a click. So once you make a click, it will make selection around that particular number or whatsoever you have on that layer. So after that, then you can just click on delete. Obviously the shape will be beneath it, then you can delete. So once you delete, you then have it like that. So that's how that was achieved. Probably, you know, there's no one single road to the market. You have so many routes into the market. So after that, these people were obviously arranged. It's just going to be based off your discretion for that. You know, for doing this, it's going to be based on your discretion. So there's no specific way to arranging images on a poster or whatsoever. It's just based off what you want to create out of it. So after that, the next thing is, now this could be another background, or it could possibly be that it's just a normal white background from the shape tool. Okay, it could be. So what I just did was to kind of feather the background around it, or used brush to just a little bit erase the pictures so that it could blend with the background. Then there was this particular cloud kind of, it's a brush, or possibly you could download it online too. Then it was used here to just make it look cool, to make it look heavenly. So that was what they used here. can see they used it here as well. So now they also used it somewhere around here, you know, they just blended it with the whole background, you know, and used brush to erase some part of it. Then this looks like chess, right? It looks like chess, a golden chess. I don't know, but it looks like it. You can obviously get it online, or anything that looks like iron, golden, whatever. And the same thing here is what we have here. The only difference is that this is facing upwards direction while this is turned downwards. So after that, you have your text. Then inside of this text, you have another shape, another background clip masked inside of this text, which is above. So you have the background clip masked inside of it, and that's why you have it like this. Okay, so after that, then this is just like a brush that was just, you know, made a single click to make it look shiny or glowy. Then this is just a normal shape that was, you know, it could be like this. You just drew like 3 different shapes, then you just use a polygonal lasso tool to just make a slight slant cut off from the whole thing. Then you flip it to the other way around and have it like this. Then your text here, this is just like what's it called, backslash. It was just created in multiple ways, backslash, and this text was here. Now this is a shape, a circle shape. Now you could make it this way, such that when you have your shape, then you add a stroke around it, a white stroke around it. So once you have the white stroke around it, then there's a shadow. It was given a shadow, and the shadow was a bit thick, because it's very obvious that there's a shadow here. So there's a shadow here to make it pop, since this is a white stroke on a white background, so this shadow makes it to pop up a bit. Okay, so you now have another shape here. Now if you look closely, you see that it seems like this is cut off like a button. So how this was achieved was using an ellipse tool. So once you draw that circle shape and you properly arranged it, aligned it properly, then you can do the same thing I did with that 7. So you just click on this small shape, you click on the thumbnail, then you delete it off from this grain shape. So once you do that, you make the same, or you can duplicate it before you do that, make the same thing here and cut that off too, and that's how you have this edge trimmed off. And it could be that they just put the shape there and they didn't even delete it, because it's a white on a white background, so you won't notice. But then I just think other way around. So while this also, another shape was drawn here, then you have this text on it, this venue text on it. So that's how this was achieved. And every other thing are just normal thing, which is just a normal text, and that's basically all about it. So this is just a normal shape, normal icon for social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And what else haven't I talked about? I think basically that's all about this particular design. Very simple, and I love it. Very simple and eye-catchy. So this is the shape here. I think I didn't talk about this. This is the shape here. And what from my observation about this, now it seems like it's just a stroke, and the fill was on 0. So it was given a stroke and the fill was 0. Probably that's what I observed. Then this was written in it, the theme. Yeah, so basically that's all about this tutorial and this analysis. So I hope you really find it helpful, and please let me know what you think about this particular analysis. And as a newbie, I believe when you are able to analyze design, you'll be able to come up with something really cool, and also you'll be able to replicate this design. From this analysis now, you can go to Pinterest, download this kind of background, then replicate this and see if you're going to get the same result or not from the explanation I've given or from the analysis I've just made. So try it out and let me know if you have anything else. And also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your notification bell, share this video to your fellow friends or fellow creatives who are just starting, and I'll see you some other time. Keep rooting for productivity. Dream great.